Hey YouTube, I'm sure most of you just want more rants from me, but we got to go back to the Summer Cup here. So virizion, typhlosion, skeledirge, and as you know, many of you know anyways, I hit Legend last season with a double fire team in the Great League, typhlosion, and I believe Talonflame it was, with a water Pokemon. So I similar strategy. I used the double fire here. I could have used like a Swampert or something on the lead, but I thought a grass would be better, and I used virizion. Had I used Stone Edge instead of either Sacred Sword or Leaf Blade, I would have basically gone undefeated. I lost a bunch of matchups. One, just a dumb play you're going to see. But the majority of the matchups I lost is because you save swap Typhlosion, you probably grab a shield, Virizion comes in and farms down. There were so many flyers or fire on the lead that had I had the shield advantage and energy advantage with Virizion and Stone Edges, I would have swept a lot of these matchups. But because I ran Sacred Sword Leaf Blade, I had no charge move for a bunch of these Pokemon, and I pretty much lost all those matchups. So if you're going to run this team with Virizion, please run it with Stone Edge. It will be way, way better for you. So, okay lead. They come in Glycopod. Glycopod is also a tricky one because double kicks are resisted. Leaf Blade is neutral, which is why I'm staying in here. And I'm scared of the water, right? Water on Typhlosion Skeledirge will be a hard-hitting move. So I'm staying in long enough here because I know they have an electric on the lead, and I know Typhlosion Skeledirge can deal with Heliolisk. So I'm just going to stay in this matchup. Eventually, I get in, try to incinerate down. Unfortunately, I get to move. I won't be surprised if I shield. Yeah. Going to shield up the Aqua Jet here. The incinerate will register and take them out. So out comes a Heliolisk. I'll just go straight Blast Bear and let's try and grab some of these shields back or do a lot of damage. And they shield the first one. That is okay. Here comes a move from them, but if it's a Breaking Swipe, I don't like Heliolisk. I've gone against it a couple times, and just these Parabolic Charge, nice move, but like Breaking Swipe just did not seem to work out a ton for this Pokemon. Do get off a second Blast Burn and take it out, and it is a Talonflame in the back here. So going to, looks like try and boost my attack here, knowing that they may be scared. And now with Brave Bird, they're definitely going to be scared. They do get to a second move, but Skeledirge is coming in clutch here, able to live a Brave Bird with 1 HP. They just dumped all their energy. We CMP'd because I'm at 100 energy and go Torch Song back to back here. And because their defense is 4 times lowered and now I'm boosted attack, this will one-shot here for sure. Glycopod. Again, kind of a tricky one. I may instant swap here. Yeah, I'm going to instant swap here. They are running Fury Cutter, so the fast move is resisted. I do have Thunder Punch, which is super effective. So the only problem is that they will get to, because it's only 10 to get to Aqua Jets, and it is 10 to get to Thunder Punches, they will just outpace me here. So I will probably have to commit a shield. I mean, 1 shield for sure. I would have committed a second shield had I needed to. But Belly Bolt comes in. Let's get off some Blast Burns. And this is, I noticed this when I was playing with my Belly Bolt. You get against these fire Pokemon, Typhlosion with Blast Burn and or Skeledirge with Incinerate and Shadow Ball. Like, those moves add up quite a lot. Skeledirge is obviously easier because it's half ghost, so Sucker Punch is super effective. But yeah, I did notice that there's a lot of damage that can be done with these fire Pokemon against Belly Bolt. So if you're looking, that's part of the reason I put it together. I'm like, I know that these Pokemon do well against it because I just had used it. So Glycopod comes back in, get off the Leaf Blade. They're going to shield. I will come in and catch a move, assuming this is going to be the X Scissor that was going to be thrown at the Virizion. That is very resisted. Farm down, have energy, have shield. Out comes the Belly Bolt. Just give me that extra energy, which means they're probably weak in the back to this. And Virizion in the back into a loaded shield advantage Skeledirge. That is not going to end well for my opponent here. Take it out there. Virizion into Skeledirge. So this is probably one of the examples here. So I come in Typhlosion. They eventually get into Credilli. That is okay. Get the Blast Burn off. I'm likely to grab a shield advantage here. So I do grab a shield advantage. You know what? I may shield and take this into the ones. The problem is if they get this Rock Tomb off, it'll lower my attack. I'm non-shadow. they're level 50. Blast Burn probably does not take out now after a lowered attack, so I probably will lose the ones here. But here we go. I'll go down here. And this is exactly where Virizion just seemed to struggle every single time here. Come back in here. Double kick down. It would take... oh. So yeah, the reason I'm not doing this is because I know they have a skeledirge on the lead. And coming in with Virizion to get ahead on energy to then come back into a mirror match, I would be screwed. Whereas if they had... I'm going to top left here. Whereas if I had a Stone Edge right here, you know, I am doing an insane amount of chip damage, and then I can actually have a chance in the back here. So just the no Stone Edge here absolutely costing me matchups left, right, and center here. You're going to see other matchups where I do come back in Virizion just to have moves that can't do anything here. So going for the Shadow Ball. They shield, obviously. Going to get off their own and take me out here. One of the many instances that you're going to see in these matchups of the no rock move on Virizion costing me matchups here. Wall Rain. So kind of a weird one. You have super effective moves all over the place there. So do they. Bad timing on my part there. So I may come in, yeah, do very good super effective chip. And yes, you do need to try to draw out these Pokemon. I make a huge mistake here. I wanted to get off a Blast Burn. I should have got off the Blast Burn before they get to the Hydro, but I did not. So I'm going to just have to commit the shield and just take this to the ones just to get one back here. So one Blast Burn, do grab one shield. This will chip again, but they will come out with some energy after taking out my Typhlosion here. So it depends on whether this has Sludge or not, because this becomes a much worse matchup because most are just running Sludge. If they're just running Hydro Earthquake, this is an easy farm down, come out with a bunch of energy. If they have Sludge, which is super effective, all of a sudden you cannot commit to that farm down. So I need to just throw here to take this out. If they end up having a Venusaur in the back, and this is where Skeledirge is just going to sweep. Frenzy and Sludge Bomb are both resisted, so I definitely could take at least one here. Frenzy's a very good move, so it's still going to chip here. But here comes the Torch Song. Going to boost an already super effective Incinerate. They do shield. I can live another one. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. They do try and snipe me with Wall Rain, so I will have to, even though it's probably just a nice little spear, I'm already in the red, so I have to commit the shield. Boost that Torch Song. I mean, boost the attack again with Torch Song. This will take out. And then as long as they don't have any more energy here, yeah, just will take them out. Skeledirge. Here we go. So Skeledirge into Typhlosion. They eventually get out into Kangaskhan. I make... You can all clown on me in the comments. I do exactly what I would never ever do. I did exactly what I would call people out for. Bait when in this mid game you want to grab a shield or try to take out here. So unfortunately I make a huge mistake there. Maybe I'll grab one back here, and I do, and maybe I get to another one. No, that, yeah, I guess that Mud Slap, the second Mud Slap registers on the 5 there. But here we go. Mud Slap, Power Punch, that's fine, don't care. Here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, and I'm going to get one more, and I would have a Stone Edge. So I would have a Stone Edge right here. So if the Skeledirge comes back in, which I expect it to, I could just go Stone Edge, and this would chip to below 50% easily. Instead, resisted. Now I'm in a mirror match behind on energy, and unfortunately they have a dragon in the back anyways. I threw Shadow Ball because I just saw the dragon. As you can see, I couldn't actually see the typing. I just saw dragon. It is half dragon, half normal. I did not see the normal typing, so normal double resist ghost. Had I seen that normal typing, I just would have thrown the Torch Song, but unfortunately fire also resisted on dragon, so it did not really matter a ton about what I could do there. Do shield, but at this point, does not matter. Virizion, they have energy, and Virizion without a Stone Edge is just going to cost me this matchup here. Would have been completely different if I was able to have a Stone Edge there. Greninja. So great lead. They're going to have to eventually just get out into something. That something is a... I don't even know how to say this, but I know this has the... I think we had a community with this where it got like high jump kick or something. Was that the community day move? I know it had a community day, I think. Or all the starters are starting to blur here. Anyways, do take it out. Skeledirge comes in, which is great. I don't know why they are... I guess they know I have... Okay, yeah. Maybe that's why they're coming in. They know I have multiple Thunder Punches here, which would absolutely put pressure on the Greninja. But Greninja is basically drawing dead against a fighter grass. So I don't know why they're doing that. And I don't know why they're now shilling everything here. So kind of a weird play. Come in here and sacrifice your answer to Virizion when you know I have it on the lead. So this will just let go. I will align with my own Skeledirge. I expect to catch here, so I'm not even going to throw. And there it is. Just absolutely start punishing this. Night Slash resisted. Hydro Cannon resisted. Just get to 2 moves. Yeah. Skeledirge. I think we know where this is going. I'm not even lying when I said I would have done significantly better with that. So here we go. Greninja comes in. I got a super effective Thunder Punch. I've got Virizion that will wall this. And I just grabbed a shield there. And I may even shield to try and grab another one here. Yeah, I'm going to shield just to try and grab another one here. But unfortunately, they have another one, so I may have to commit 2 shields here. What are we going to do here? Okay, so go down to the ones. But here we go. 2, 3, 4. I'll get to like 8, which is like a Stone Edge and a half, which absolutely changes them coming back in with a Skeledirge. Even a Golisopod, Stone Edge would be super effective. So just going to chip that here. I don't know why they would not try to align their Skeledirge on my Virizion. They gave up switch. So we'll just stay in this matchup and play it out, knowing that I'm going to have to try and sweep a Skeledirge here. I'll live this move and try and take them out here and then have to instant swap. Oh, I'm going to bank it? Why am I banking it instead of taking them out? What am I doing? I don't know why I'm banking that move. I should have definitely taken them out and then come in Skeledirge instead of now burning a shield here. And then the Greninja comes in. And yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing here. They're going to get to a Hydro and basically take me out anyways. That was just a weird play. Okay, Virizion into Decidueye. So I have 2 fires in the back. Let's just draw out one of these waters that I'm sure you have in the back here. But not before an insane amount of damage here. You're very this thing's very attack heavy, as you can see by how much damage they've already done. So I will respect the move. And they do have a water, but unfortunately for them, I'm already at 2 Thunder Punches. So here comes the first one. I'm just going to go back to back here because I don't think I can get an Incinerate and then they move off before they get to a Hydro. So grabbed 1 shield there, and then they have to throw here, but damage is done. Grabbed a shield and took this to the red. Virizin's going to come in. Basically, I'm just going to sacrifice it. I know they have the Decidueye. Hopefully, they don't have a second water in the back. Ice Beam and Skeledirge, which I'm now behind on energy. And again, I have the Stone Edge there. It completely changes everything here, but have to shield. I believe this one I get lucky. I think they thought I was going to bait or something. But no, I just went straight Shadow Ball and they let it go, if I remember. Yeah, kind of a weird when you have energy advantage and a shield. I'm surprised they didn't just do that, but gonna take this out here or grab the second shield. Grabbing that second shield. This will probably take me out because it'll be super effective. No, does not take me out. Feraligatr comes in. Have a Leaf Blade here to take this out because I was worried that a Claw would take me out before the double kick takes me out. And oh, I did take out the Decidueye. Okay. Roserade, bad lead. So I'm going to swap in here. met with the Swampert. Yeah, this is unfortunate. The problem with this strategy, why it worked decently in the Great League and got me to Legend, why it doesn't work as flawlessly in this particular league, is because the Master League, your worst answer is Gastrodon, and yes, there could be some Gastrodons, but Quagsire and Swampert and stuff like that weren't that often used. The main waters that were used in the Great League were Feraligatr and Lapras, for which you can hit super effective with your Thunder Punch. Whereas here, in a very limited meta that is dominated by Belly Bolts, you're seeing a lot of Swamperts here that really punish Typhlosion. So it's not as strong of a strategy as it was before. So just keep that in mind. They are throwing a move on the Roserade. Most likely a Grass Knot or Weather Ball. Both are resisted. Typhlosion comes in. And now I think I'm just going to have to commit to the Torch Song buff. Try to run through this with a Snipe is probably how this is going to have to play out. So Torch Song, grab a shield. They're going to get to another move here. CMP, probably loss, which is fine. I'm going to grab the second shield right back. And then I think I instant snipe here. So get to the Sacred Sword. That Incinerate does go through and will register because I'm pretty sure this does not take out. And they eventually come in Roserade. Getting to a move here, maybe they were worried that I had the Stone Edge. And Weather Ball is resist. I'm pretty sure it's a Weather Ball, a resisted fire Weather Ball that is resisted. Take them out. Have a move. Oh yeah, I remember that. That's the one I said. I lost all of them because of Stone Edge, and then I lost one because of the bad play. When you have a Torch Song, but you don't have a Shadow Ball, and you click on to throw the Shadow Ball, and you don't have it, that costs you a matchup. That's just being aware of your energy, which I was not aware of. And again, here is your tough answer in Swampert in the mid game here. And again, if most are running Sludge, but not all of them. I remember going against one that did not and just threw Hydros a bunch of times. Yeah. So I'm still going to throw, knowing that I'm going to have to sweep a Skeledirge anyways. So out comes the Skeledirge into a Venusaur here. And they make a catch on an Obstagoon, which is fine. They maybe tried to catch a Shadow Ball, but are just catching a Torch Song. So now it is just shielding up these Night Slashes. Again, not ideal timing, but when the option is to boost your Incinerate, I feel like giving up one counter is fine. So we'll get to the Night Slash here. I will respect it. The worst case scenario that I would eventually had to maybe try and catch is if they like boosted the Night Slash, because then the third Night Slash would have taken me out here. But if I remember, they do not get the boost. And they come in here to try and snipe with Venusaur, but Frenzy, Sludge Bomb, both resisted. Neither is going to take me out. My Incinerate is already insanely boosted. But here comes the Torch Song. And then I have a Virizion with a ton of health to take out what's left of the Obstagoon, or just Incinerate down. I think they are spun out or something, or just kind of left because they know that this game is over. And speaking about over, that's the last battle. Okay, so yes, again, I like the strategy. Doesn't work as well because of all the Swamperts. Use Stone Edge on Virizion. Overall, great. Otherwise, just don't play. Do what you want. I know a lot of people aren't playing. I can tell already based on my first, when you have league turnover, usually the first couple videos are great. And I got the notification 45 minutes in that says fewer subscribers are choosing to watch this video. See details. I don't need to see the details to know that people are not watching an Ultra League Summer Cup. So thank you, YouTube, for that. But yes, I know people are not watching the video. Lower click-through rate and everything. We're back to Great League next week, so we'll just grind out this week with some of these videos. I know there's some events. I'm definitely going to just switch to the event videos as well, just to not have to run this. But if you want to submit some Ultra League and Match League, I may get to 1 or 2 as we round out the week. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.